Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Today I want to do a quick trade recap for the 9th of February 2026. Today, as you can see, I did not take any trades because direction was a bit unclear for me, and by the time direction was clear, price kind of left us, as you can see. Tried catching some continuations up to this high, but nothing. And as we're approaching lunchtime for New York, I'm just staying away from the charts. I know volume's going to die down. I'm not trying to get too hungry for a trade. Cool. Starting off, let's have a look at Forex Factory. As you can see this week, we have a lot of news coming out, especially red folder news. So this is one of the reasons why I wasn't forcing a trade today, because there's going to be so much more opportunities coming into the markets where we have a lot more volume, such as CPI, which I'm going to try predicting again this week. I think that'll be quite fun. Everything else, I'm trying to trade around it. I'm not that desperate to take a trade around these other news. But for this exact reason, I wasn't trying to force anything today anyway, because I wasn't expecting anything. Cool. Let's get to the charts. So starting off on the 4-hour time frame, just want to show you guys. If I go here, replay mode. Cool. So starting off in the session, this is the, let me clear all my drawings. All right, cool. So starting off on the session, I can see that starting off, we didn't sweep this low. I don't know if ES swept this low. Let's see. Okay, ES did sweep the low. NQ didn't. Okay, good enough. Wait, let's see. Did it sweep this low? What was this? 21st of November. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Anyway, ES swept these lows down here, and it looks like it's starting to reverse. ES looks super bullish to me right now. So NQ seems like it's doing the exact same thing. So usually after we have a sweep, and ES swept all those lows, that is only significant to me if we start inversing fair value gaps. As you can see, we inverse this gap right here, and that just shows me bullish intent. It shows me that price wants to push up. We want to see more higher prices. So on the 4-hour, I was actually quite bullish. The only thing that was throwing me off a little bit is, as you can see, we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. Why am I seeing this candle pumping up? I actually hate trading view. Okay, this is what it should be looking like. So as you can see, it looks like we're pinging off this 4-hour fair value gap, and I don't want to get caught in the retracement down. So although I'm bullish, I'm not too happy too long. And you need to be extremely careful when you guys go into the market, because this is where most of the losses come. It's not as easy as just seeing prices pumping up. I want to catch longs. At the same time, however, we are also pinging up from this 4-hour fair value gap. This is where price becomes extremely confusing. So we don't actually know where price is heading. And in my opinion, in situations like this, if I enter a trade personally, for me, that's gambling. Like, for my strategy, I would like price to be extremely clear with a direction, and then I like to enter. So I know if I enter something, I'm going against my strategy, and that's not what I want to be doing. So to get more context, what I like to do is I like to drop down to a lower time frame. So if I drop down to the hourly time frame before market open, as you can see, after coming into this 4-hour fair value gap, I see that we have inversed this gap right here, and we're slowly trickling down. However, since we come up into this 4-hour fair value gap, it looks like we want to push lower. So on the hourly, I'm actually bearish, and the reason I'm bearish is because we're coming out of a high time frame PD array, and when we're coming out of a high time frame PD array, I ask myself, what are the reactions that we're getting out of it? As you can see, we are pushing down, inversing this gap, but I would want to see us, if we're truly bearish, I would want to see these gaps get inversed as well, along as the one that we saw on the 4-hour time frame, this one. So it's just extremely dodgy right now, because not only am I bearish, but I'm also bullish. So my bias is extremely unclear. So whenever my bias is unclear, and I'm just being honest, I didn't know what price was going to do. I'm not going to act like I know what's happening all the time. I like to set conditions. So I set myself a condition before the market opened. I told myself, okay, if we're truly bearish, I would want to see this 4-hour get inversed on the 10 a.m. close. If we're truly bullish, I would want to see us disrespect above this fair value gap, so I can try catching longs up to here. So I told myself, you know what, I'm not going to enter any trades. I'm just going to see what price wants to do. Going over the 15-minute time frame as well, So if I just play the next like candle, so this is what I was looking at right here at 9:15 New York time. So I can see that we're coming off this hourly fair value gap that I had drawn out, and we have inversed this gap, and we are breaking below these lows. That tells me, okay, the next time frame or the next candle is probably going to break us below this 4-hour fair value gap, ready for us to short down. That is what I initially thought, but I was wrong. Again, as traders, we're not trying to predict where the price is going. We're trying to behave around price and react based off what the price is doing. That way, we don't get caught on the wrong end. Let's be honest, at the end of the day, there's no way we can beat these banks. Impossible. These banks got so much capital, so much power, they can manipulate the price all the time. So our job is to be patient, wait for the right play, and then go in only when the banks present your setup. Cool. Let's go into market open now. So when market opened, we actually saw a really nice ping off this low, and this is a long that I know a lot of people took, and I'll tell you why I did not take it. So as I said, the reason I didn't take this long is because pre-market open, as you can see, we're reacting bearish off this hourly gap. I'm not going to long if we're reacting or if we're respecting bearish gaps. That's just a bit of a gamble to me. So I wasn't looking for longs. I did want shorts though. Also, second reason why I didn't long of this is because if I draw this 1 minute fair value gap out, I want to see this get inversed. Now look at this. One candle to come down. Look how many candles it takes to inverse. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you even count this as I wouldn't count this as a displacement, but think about it this way, okay? If it took us one candle to come down, and for us to cover the same distance, we need to wait 5 minutes or 5 candles. That is just not displacement enough for me. Again, this did work out, but this is lower probability. I would not put my money on this trade and like gamble on it to work, if that makes sense. If you did enter, I would go break even over here and then just let it rip. But I did not take this trade. I'll already be extremely clear. I did not take this trade. Anyway, that would have worked. Just lower quality for me. Let's have a look. But this does look like a clean accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Let's go on the 15 minute. As you can see, on the 15 minute, if I play the next one, on the 15 minute, on this close, as you can see, we're bullish on the 15 minute now because we are in this 4-hour fair value gap. We reswept this low right here. On the 15 minute, after resweeping this low, we have come and broke above this high. And what does that tell me? That tells me that we have now had a change in state of delivery where we've gone from bearish to bullish on the 15 minute. Then I asked myself, okay, let's have a look at the other time frames. 30 minute, I like this 30 minute close above this gap. I like this hourly close. Actually, I did not like the hourly close. So this is what happened after. So this is what I was looking at. As you can see, it looks like we're still wicking out of this hourly fair value gap, and I think this looks really bad. It looks like price doesn't really know what it wants to do. But as the 4-hour is bullish, because look, the reason 4 hours is a little bit more bullish is because overall this leg up shows we're bullish, correct? If we are truly bearish off this fair value gap, we would inverse this gap, and that's what I was hoping for. Since that did not happen, I'm playing off the fact that we're still bullish on the 4-hour, and now we're bullish on the 15 minute. So I transitioned my bias from bearish to bullish. Another reason why I transitioned my bias is because look at all these stacked highs. And you know how much these banks love these stacked highs. This is where they make all their money. This is where all the traders in the bank, this is what they do. Trigger. So people that wanted to enter longs and get excited, they enter early. Banks look at this as opportunity. Look, they pump the price, get them excited, and the banks are like, nah, let's take all of them out and let's start the real move now. Taking out all these highs. So what was I doing in this situation? All I was doing is trying to catch a continuation play up until this high. Why this high, you might ask? That's because this is the high sitting above this fair value gap. And I do think we're going to take this high, but once we've taken this high, we're back into this 4 hour fair value gap. You might count this as invalid now, but in my opinion, I only think it's invalid once we body close above it, which looks like we're going to do that, but we still have 2 hours, so you never know what could happen. So if I pull the price back, look, we have this 15-minute gap that I wanted to long out of. So now I'm just chilling on the 15-minute, trying to see if I get a play or not. Right here, this 15-minute gap. But if I play the 15-minute time frame, as you can see, we were just taking out these highs slowly with absolutely no fair value gap left behind until we saw this gap right here form. And by the way, once price got to here, I wasn't expecting it to retrace all the way down here anyway, so I deleted it. If it comes all the way down, that's too deep of a retracement. I think that's quite dodgy. But what isn't dodgy is these highs. So in this moment right here, when we're ramping up so close to a high, in my head, I'm 80 to 90% sure we're going to come up for this high. I just want to catch a play up to there. So I see a 15-minute fair value gap form. I get catty. I'm like, all right, this looks good. This is something that I would definitely trade. I draw this out like that. And then all I'm doing on the 1 minute is waiting. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for us to come into this 15-minute fair value gap, dip down, and then come up for this high. So if I was to enter a long play, I'm waiting for something like this. Something like that. Probably something more like this, but let's see what price does. Comes down. And over here, I'm starting to get a bit of hope. I'm like, all right, cool, this looks good. We clear out all these lows, inverse this gap, and then I catch my long. But guess what happens? Unfortunately, we didn't come into this 15-minute fair value gap, and we took the line. So as I said, I was 80 to 90% sure we were going to take this line. I was very certain we were going to take this line, this high. But we just didn't come low enough for me to enter. I'm not sure if there was a 55-minute gap we satisfied. No, we didn't. We did satisfy this one. But as you can see, no inverse until very late. So yeah, that's why today was a no trading day for me. We still do have 7 minutes until New York lunchtime, but the reason I stopped trading after this high got taken is all of my targets were taken. This is where, like, all my targets for where I thought the bank was going to go after I transitioned my bias to bullish was hit. Now, for me to continue taking highs, I would want this 4 hour to close above this fair value gap, and then I know we're going for this high. But once this high is taken, then we're back into this 4 hour gap, and I'll be scared to long again until we have extremely clear displacement up, showing us that we are not going to respect these gaps. But yeah, that's just how you could avoid taking less high quality trades. Like, don't get me wrong, this would have played out, but I've seen plays like this fail too many times to the point where I don't want to take it, and I'm more than happy just to sit it out. It's just Monday today. There's no need to force a trade. We have Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We have 4 more days to trade, and all of those days have red folder news, so there's going to be so much volume. Was the trading day clear to begin with? No. Did it get more clear later on? I just want to show you guys how I changed my bias halfway through the trade or trading day. But yeah, I think for the next few days it'll be harder for me to drop a video because I won't be home. I'm gonna have to record it on my laptop or something. I'll try figure something out, and I'm gonna have bad internet because yeah, I'm just traveling around for a little bit. But yeah, I'll try keeping up with the updates. My goal is to like finish trading, and straight after I'm finished, I'll just record a video. So keep up with that. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. I think, let me know if you guys do. I know a few of you guys watch these videos, but you're not actually like commenting because you like to message me directly instead. So let me know if you guys find these videos helpful. Even if I don't trade, I like to tell you guys why I didn't trade. And I think this weekend I might drop like a video on the actual strategy, because I know I'm doing these trade recaps, but I haven't properly gone over my strategy yet. I also want to drop a video on how trading works and how you can milk money out of the markets, and how it isn't actually as difficult as you think. I think once you understand what it's about, like the actual model, the business model behind it, it becomes a lot more clear. So because you have targets at the back of your mind. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on now. This is probably one of my longer videos, but I'll catch you guys later. Take care.